My name is Valerie Ponzio, and I am from El Paso, Texas. I wanted to audition for The Voice because I wanted to step up to a whole new platform and just get a whole new realm of experiences and exposure and see what I could do. I'm an independent artist, and I've been in a country duo with my boyfriend, and we've been hacking away at it as hard as we can. And you need a bump, and you need to get into the circles of people who can push you and coach you and get you to another level that is hard to get to all on your own. Back home, I have an incredible support system. I have my whole family. I'm a lucky musician that has complete and total support and acceptance for pursuing music. I know that's not something that every artist gets, but my family has just held nothing back to be cheering me on. And we've been through a lot together. We've gone through a lot of loss, and we've been there for each other in really hard moments, and I'm really so excited that we get to have a high moment together. And this is certainly an incredible super high to be to be on The Voice. And my boyfriend couldn't be happier. I mean, he's doing this with me. He's super talented. He's multi-instrumentalist, so we do this country duo together. And so to see this and to be on this next level now, he couldn't be happier. We gave up our lives to do this, and we've just put everything into it. So there is definitely sacrifice. We did have our little game plan for being a country duo, and we're gonna, hit these cities and then get to Nashville, and so that's on hold right now. But it's okay because it's on hold for very good, exciting reasons. And yeah, he couldn't be happier for me right now. I've been singing since I was really young, probably just first grade, elementary school. I'd be in all the talent shows and sing songs. And then when I was around 11 or 12, my brother taught me how to play guitar. So I started songwriting and playing guitar. And he was my inspiration. My sister is my inspiration. She's an amazing artist as well. And so they both really kind of fostered that musical creativity and drive in me. It's been a hard road. It's not been easy. Pursuing your dreams is not easy, and music, when you love something so much, you can't stop. And if you get some small little milestones, you're like, okay, well, I made it this far. I got to keep going and seeing what else I can do. And like I mentioned, my brother, he was a huge inspiration. I lost him 5 years ago, and so that's been its own, having to kind of redefine what my musical journey is, because I wasn't sure if I could even keep on doing music at that point, and he was such an amazing musician, and he was working so hard to pursue his musical dreams, and I kind of had to reevaluate at that point. I mean, it was already quite a journey in and of itself. I went to music school. I mean, it was already hard, but what I wanted. But then when he died, it just took on a new meaning, and I lost myself in country music. I just wanted to. I'd always loved country music, but around that time, that's when I really honed in on that. I wanted to do country music. I needed country music. For some reason, it was the only thing that I could listen to after he died. So it's been a journey of like healing and fight at the same time with music for me. The blind auditions were an unreal experience. I kind of felt like it wasn't. I felt like I was at home watching on TV, but I had to keep telling myself, no, this is you. You're the one on the stage. Like, this is not the camera perspective. These are your eyes that are seeing the backs of these chairs. So it's like I kind of had to get it together and kind of not keep pinching myself and just execute. So I started my song, and I was feeling pretty good with it. I think my biggest hurdle was like just breathing and not losing myself in such an insane moment, because you can just get kind of like you're just spiraling and you're like, okay, and then you stop breathing. So I was like, okay, Valerie, you're spiraling, but breathe. Just breathe, breathe, breathe. And Gwen was the first one that turned around, and when she turned around, it was just like, she has this like light and this amazing aura, and I just felt like, okay, if I can have Gwen, that's all I'll ever need, because I loved Gwen Stefani since I was really young. Like, she was kind of my obsession. I wanted to be Gwen Stefani, so she was the first one that turned, and she's just this angel of light. And so I just was like, okay, we got this. Me and Gwen can do this together forever. And so I kept singing, and then moments later, Alicia turned. And same thing, I mean, I love Alicia Keys. She's another huge inspiration. And I just was feeling like I wanted to hold on to her, and I was feeling this like girl power moment. And it was like, okay, me and Gwen can do this. And then I was like, okay, me, Alicia, and Gwen can do this together. We can all do this together, and it's gonna happen. And the boys kept me waiting. They held off for a little longer. But it was okay. Like, I always wondered at home, how is it when they have to keep singing and either no chairs are turned or maybe a chair they're wanting. I do country, so, you know, ideally I knew I would want to go on Blake's team. But you just keep going, and then the audience is so great, and you're just really feeling such amazing positive connections with everyone. And it is scary, but at the same time, you just find yourself lost in this love and beautiful musical moment. And that's what ended up kind of happening, the groove. And at the end of my song, Ring of Fire, I had to, hit some high notes and really, really go for it. And so that's where my eyes are closed, and it's like, all right, it's last chance. And I hit it, and right then, Adam turned. And then right at the last second, Blake turned his chair. So they kept me in suspense, and I felt like I woke up, because my eyes were closed, singing these really high notes. I hit them. I think I hit them okay. You forget everything, but I opened my eyes, and I was like, okay, I know Gwen turned for me. And I know Alicia turned for me. I saw that. We had that. But it lights up, but you really are so lost in such a surreal moment that you're not sure. And so I had to look at each chair that says, I want you. And I was like, okay, I had to read each one to make sure they all turned. And I was like, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you. And so then it was just, it was an insane feeling, and I couldn't really actually feel my fingers at that point. Well, picking Blake, I had gone into it wanting, I do country, so I wanted to work with Blake. I knew that already. But every single coach was I admire every single coach. Like, they were music of the 2000s, which when I was in high school, I loved Gwen Stefani. They were all so amazing, but I knew through it all, through all the back and forth, I just knew I had to go with Blake, because I know he's a country artist. I love what he does for country music on the show, and I want someone who can take me further into country music. More than I can go to, just give me more experience, just give me more knowledge. So at the end of the day, it had to be Blake.